Hi everyone, I'm JD from Milliband Journals and I am back here with my vintage French document journal. I made this cover in a previous video and this is now what it looks like with all the sewing, and the pocket is here in the envelope. Then we've got the front cover, we've got the inside cover with pockets here so I can put something nice and large in there like a postcard, and then back here I added the lace pocket, and I just love the addition of this ephemera piece right there. I love the color contrast. That is so cool. And so it opens out like that. Lots of interactive things happening. So in this video I want to put together the pages. So I've already pulled out a whole stack of pages from this bundle. So my aim with this journal is to make this journal out of only things from this bundle, so everything sort of goes together and comes from the same vintage pieces that tell the same story. I've got some vintage ledgers here that I want to use, and obviously then I'm going to include some coffee dye paper. So this is like a continuation of a subscriber video request to see me make a document journal, a vintage document journal. This same subscriber, they wanted me to make or consider making a digital kit out of vintage pieces and do a tutorial showing how I make a document journal out of that kit so people could follow along at home. I'm like, wow, that is a challenge. That might take a bit more time for me to do, but I was already kind of planning to do that anyway because I have been making these sort of layered journals with pockets this year, and thought it would be fun to show start to finish how I put it together. So I thought using digitals would be perfect because then people could practice using those, and if they muck it up they can just keep printing more as they need. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I have got a whole bunch of papers scanned already, but I'd probably want to scan more, and it would take a lot of time to really think about which piece goes where and putting it all together, because usually with my kits I just make the kit, but this one I would have to be very, very specific finding out which part goes where. Anyway, so I'm going to move these pages out of the way and have a look at what we've got here. I want to make a collage masterboard with this, so that will be a separate video for that one. And I've got my ledger papers, so maybe I'll start with my ledgers, and since it's a document journal this works well. Just making sure these all fit within the pages. These are some spare ones I had left over from a previous project. Let me just get my ruler, pen and scissors. So I think I do just want to trim that one just a little bit like that, and I want as many different ledgers in here as possible. So this one I will cut off the bottom, and then I'm going to use my ruler for this part and cut off maybe around there. I got this ledger from this, which I found at a vintage shop in Melbourne called Butler's, and I've used quite a lot of pages already, and it's just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I love it. These ones I all got from a vintage shop in Mackay. I can use two of those if I want, since I've already pulled them out. And then this large one comes from the same shop in Mackay. And this is the biggest ledger I have found. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it so much. There weren't as many pages in that one, so I've been using it sparingly, only for my favorite projects, with my favorite things inside, so the treasures. So journals like this, where I'm only going to be using vintage pieces for the pages. for the feature pages. And this can get me 2 pages out of 1. That's what I love about big papers. You can get multiple pages out of it. Look at that. I think I could cut that a bit too close to the edge. Dope. I could have salvaged some of that. Oh well, because then this makes wonderful collage material. And in fact, I could do like a vintage ledger collage for some background tags. How cool would that be? I think that would be very cool, actually. Anyway, getting distracted. So we have 3 6 ledgers. Perfect. Now I want to add a nice variety of coffee dye paper. So I've just got a whole stack here. I'm just drawing from a drawer. No pun intended. And we're just going to go ahead and fold these papers. And so, because I haven't measured this, it looks like a traveler's notebook size journal, but probably smaller. I could use that as well. I'm going to fold the pages this way instead, because I feel like that will maximize the space. And I want to try and get some grungier pages maybe. Okay, so this is where I could do this, isn't it? Okay, we'll do one, like a narrower page, but then I think the others, that's maybe too narrow. Oops. Okay, and then we have a smaller piece if we need it. Always good to tuck into pockets as well. Here's a nice grungy one. I want the darker pages for this project because we really want to go for more of a grungier look for a vintage document and journal. So these are some nicer darkish pages. I'm not really sure how many I need, but we'll just go for 4 or 5 maybe. Usually I want about 10 plain pages. When I say plain, I just mean blank ones that you can write on, and then 10 feature ones. I forgot to keep these. I used to keep these to make clusters, so I should keep those again. Anyway, I want to make a whole bunch of paper clusters again. It's been a while since I've done that. So yeah, now I've got 5 of these. I might want 6, but we'll just start with 5. I might even only want 4, but yeah, we'll just see how we go. So I think we've got 11 blank pages now. Beautiful. Okay, so now for our feature pages, what are we going to do? So I want to spread all this out. Like, not all of these will be pages. Some of these will be ephemera tucked into pockets. So I just want to have a look, get a lay of the land, get a feel for what's happening here. Okay, I feel like that's going to be too wide, isn't it? Yeah, so that's out. Okay, I feel like I want this one here. I like how it has a bit of a letterhead, so that's unique. I really love this one. So I want to fold it. I don't want to fold it too much actually, because of the, you know, how old these papers are. Let's just keep it the way it's been folded, but that's really nice too on the back. And I want like different colors, like each one I chose a different type of page, and I'm looking for ones that fold nice and easily and ones that will fit. So I do want a bit of blue because there's a bit of blue here and a bit of blue there. I do like that one, but it doesn't seem to be fitting. That one can fit, and that's really unusual with that beautiful blue paper. This one's got blue writing, so that would work. And see how like all of these look different. We've got a nice variety there. Now, this one needs to fold this way. Oh, I love that because it's got writing on both sides, which those ones all do too, but you know, and the blue writing as well. But see how it's different script, so that's wonderful. This is the same script, it looks like, but different coloured paper, so that's brilliant. This one here, I could fit black pen, something different. I really wanted this one, but it looks a bit too big. Oh, I love this envelope here. I could, okay, hang on, 2, 4, 6. That one I feel like would give us a nice contrast, a smaller page. And nice to have one with writing only one side. This is going to be ephemera. That will be ephemera. And then here, this one opens out. Whoa, look at that writing. Oh my goodness. That's a bit overwhelming. It's very, very intense. Oh gosh, my eyes. Now, I feel like this could be a piece of ephemera, but I like it actually as a page. That's so interesting. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe I do. I feel like this one needs to go in a pocket because that's very intense. Very, very intense page. Like this writing is interesting. Hey, that says good night. Wow, amazing how my eyes just went straight to the English words that I can read. Good night. Good night. I could probably fit that in if I make sure that's one of the first pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9's good. If I need a 10th, we can do that. And then these can be wonderful ephemera pieces. Awesome. Now let's get my pages out and let's arrange things. Okay, so what do we want first? Do I want something, an ephemera piece to start off? I do like layers, you know? I do like my layers. But I need, oh, there's another page, yay! All right, there's another page. I do like my layers, so I'm just wondering, do I want to put something like that first with a layer? This is a layered journal, so usually I want something to tuck in the smaller pages so it's protected, but we're going for the grungy layered look for this document journal, so we're all good. Now, I probably do need this one next because that's the one that's, hang on, not that one, this one. This is the one that's, no, I don't like that there. Change of plan. This is what I mean. I hope, like, I don't think anyone gets the impression that I just slap journals together, but I wonder if they do, because I get a lot of comments from people saying, you know, I make journals really quickly, but I don't want to give the impression that I just slap them together, because, and that was a case in point. Like, I was like, yeah, I feel like that should go there. No, it shouldn't. Like, I have to like what I create, and if I don't like it, it ain't going there. And I can have it all set in my head, like I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then once I do it though, I'm like, nah, not happening. Just excuse my cat in the background. Keanu! He is, hang on, let me get him some food. He is scratching inside his box, the little guy. And so I'm always, every time I'm making a journal, I'm always thinking what goes well together to my eye. Like, I have to like what I'm creating. And if I don't like it, I will, yeah, keep going at it until I like it. And so sometimes it can be quite a tedious, long process, because I'm just like, what am I doing? Nothing's working. But once you find it, it's intuitive. You just know straight away, I don't like that. I do like that. And it is a fun process. So now I'm just looking. I'm just going to be alternating first of all. So I'm going to alternate feature page, blank page, feature page, blank page, and then I'll start adding my layers. That's kind of my template, but you know, like you just saw, things can change. So I'm just looking here. I want something. Oh, I need this one, don't I? I really need that one at the start because it can't go over the edge. Like, it's not too big a deal if I need to cut that off, but I don't want to. Maybe I think I want something blue to just tie in with that blue theme happening. Just have a bit of blue peeking through. Now I can go all blue. So something like that. Or do I go the blue page? I think I do go the blue page because I'm just wondering, I don't want to have blue on blue. And then we'll have another coffee dye. So I'm also alternating ledger with coffee dye, if that makes sense. So I have like a sort of system in my head of what I'm doing. And then maybe something like that to get more of the blue. And then I want another ledger. So do I want this one? Or do I prefer something actually like this because we've got a lot of blue happening now? I feel like I want this one. Yes, I feel like the black works better on the blue. Oh, my cat just opened my drawer. Clever cat. He's in a very playful mood right now. And then that one or this one. See, now you can see I'm doing a contrast. I said I don't want blue on blue, but every now and then I want to break up the pattern. Okay, then we want this one. I feel like I want to save that for the middle page because it's the grungiest. So I'm even thinking when I do my coffee dye pages, here's another thing that I think about that maybe you didn't notice. And I don't think I've ever said this before in any of my videos before, but when I have my coffee dye pages, I'm also trying to alternate lighter ones with darker ones, interesting ones with less interesting ones, as in some have markings, some don't. If they both have markings and the same grunginess, I'll want to make sure like this one has the interesting at the top. This one has the interesting markings going horizontal. So one's going here, one's going like further down and it's wider. And then this one here, we've got one going down instead. And then this one I'm saving for the middle because it's the grungiest. So I'm even thinking about that. I'm not choosing my coffee dye pages randomly. I am also intentionally choosing which ones go where as well. So Keanu's come to say hello. Getting into everything. Eventually he will settle down. So I want like this smaller one here. And now I definitely want something a bit more colourful. Oh, let's do a bit of a layer happening here. A bit of a layer. And I can already tell that that's probably going to need to be trimmed. So I'm going to do that now rather than at the end. May as well because I can see that already. I've got a lovely little layer there. Get some different sizes. Okay, next. Alright, I actually think I want the grungy one now. And I probably want it like this. See that? See? Alright, in my head I'm like, okay, that's matchy. I want a contrast so that the dark is down here, dark up there, dark down here. And then your eye moves around the page, whereas up here it's all like happening at the top. Everything, your eye is just drawn to the top. If I put it down there, for me my eye is moving around the page. So that's what I mean by like it's all very intentional, even with the coffee dye pages where you're thinking like, oh, they're just all blank, just put them wherever. It's like, no. Even the coffee dye pages have different color tones, and the whole point is you're thinking of the journal pages, the spread, the layout, like a composition, like an artwork where you're moving your eye around, everything is balanced and working together, all that kind of thing. So that's how I make my journals. And these are all the little details that I'm thinking about every single time I make a journal. And this is why also I really struggle to make just random journals, random ones where you just like which really actually look amazing. And I wish I could make more random journals because they're just so fun and spontaneous. Whereas my brain is always thinking about all the little details, alternating and making things work, and the colors and everything going together, and the composition of the page. So that's how I make my journal. So it's not like just slap it together, here we go, put it out. It is always me thinking these little details. And sometimes I do try intentionally to be like, no, just random, do random. I really struggle with that. Okay, so now I'm a bit stuck because, not stuck, but this is just, I'm trying to chat through my process here. I really want that to be the middle. So what that now means is I was playing around with adding them in these ones, but I'm like, no, I still want that in the middle. So now I want to go ahead and add some layers, because at the moment it's all looking same. Big page, small page, big page, small page, which is fine. Again, like totally cool if you want to do that. But I'm like, nope, we need to break up these layers. Like this is interesting. It's like, oh, something different. But I need to break it up around here too. So I don't want to break it up everywhere, but just here and there. And I'm just trying to look for where I can do that, which means I'm going to have to break the pattern at some point, which really is a bit out of my comfort zone, but we can do it. Okay, I'm just trying to think, and I'm going to add something as well. I'm going to add it probably either there or here. I could add it there too, couldn't I? I'm going to add it here. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm trying to keep talking as I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking through my process. But sometimes I just need to be quiet so I can actually think about what I'm doing. But I want to make sure I'm letting you know what is going through my head and how I make my decision. Okay, I feel like it does need to go there. It really does. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I will do it first and then I'll chat about how I came to this decision. Because I just want to see if it works first. And anything works. I don't mean if it works. What I mean is if I like it or not, basically. Do I like it or not? I think I do. Now I just want to do a page count. 1, and then I'll explain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, good. So now I know I can add my things here. What I want to do here, obviously I knew I could, but I just need to double check for my brain. What I did here, because these are 2 coffee dye pages together, I could add this one because it acts like a ledger. Even though this is coffee dye page 2, it acts like a ledger. My only issue was I didn't know if I liked it with this because these are very similar. So I'm thinking, oh, my stomach. I'm thinking, do I actually want to change something about this? But my other part of my brain is also saying leave it because that breaks the pattern. I want alternating, and then I want same to be like, oh, something different. But I am wondering, do I want to add something like this to take away from that just a little bit? And then that way I have 3 layers here, which looks really fun. and I get to have something there with that. Whereas I wanted a 2-layer somewhere, so I do want to put somewhere here a 2-layer, and that's going to happen. I just want to find the right spot. I don't want to put this with this one because they're pretty similar. You might be like, what do you mean they're similar? I got these from the same place. That's why they're similar in my brain. I want to break those up. But we can always do an exception to the rule. I don't want to do this one because they are actually quite similar. They both got blue lines. That one just has red. I don't want to put anything with this one because this is so beautiful. I don't want anything to compete with it. So I'm just wondering. I want to put this one here, I think. So we got Yep. I just want to keep that one as is. That one's, love that page. And then I still feel like, I mean, I could put something like that there, but I just don't want to. I love these 2 pages together standalone. So that only leaves this is like the process of elimination. That only leaves, and then I can put this one here because I want something writing with this side. And then that's the same. So that breaks up that pattern there. And then we're getting our different sizes as well. I want to leave that. I want to leave that. So I could put it here. Could I see myself doing that? I could. Because it's a document journal, it makes sense to have something more document related to the theme rather than just a coffee dye page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I was aiming for 20 with like my Daphne's Diary journals. I was aiming for 20, but 21 is fine. Give or take 20. Now, I was, usually I add a doily and an envelope, but I don't think I'll add the doily because that doesn't really suit the document nature of this journal. But I reckon I could add an envelope, and I'm looking for the grungiest one possible to go with the grungy journal. And I just want to fold that in half. And then, yeah, awesome. I wasn't sure if it was going to fit. Now, this throws a bit of a spanner in the works. Where am I going to put this? Oh, I could... Okay, hang on. I know what I'm going to do. I feel like I know where I'm going to put it. I feel like I know exactly where I'm going to put it. Because I want it to not be with a coffee dye page. I want it to be with a ledger, and I want it to be with a bold ledger, not like a brown ledger. I want it to be with a ledger that contrasts with that coffee dye colour. So now we've got 22 pages. Just wondering, do I want pocket pages? Just see. I think I do, which throws another spanner in the works. Okay. I'm just seeing where I put them if I did include them. I'd put one here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I do want it interactive. So I'm going to go my grungy page again. Fold it. Fold it again. And then here, I will sew that later, will be a pocket page. So my idea with this one is I don't want it to be next to a coffee dye page, and I want it to be with a script page. Now, can I find another place for another one? So I'm looking for the same thing. I don't want it next to a coffee dye, but I want it next to a ledger and a script. I can put it here, and that will break up. There's a lot of ledger going on there. That will break that up, which is great. Okay, let me grab a coffee dye page, something a little bit grungy. I don't tend to make grungy pages because I do prefer clean pages. I don't like ripped edges. I like clean. But every now and then it's fun to create something a bit more grungy. I'm going to cut that top off too. I mean, I know I'm going for grungy, and lots of people would leave that, but I'm like, that's too grungy for me. I can't do that. Okay, and that can go here. Okay, now my only issue is I don't like the fact that that is, you know what? I have to be better with this. I was looking through my journals and I was realizing that I do tend to go blank feature, blank feature, blank feature. My earlier journals, I had a different ratio. It was blank, blank, feature. 2 blanks per feature. And I kind of want to do that again because I feel like I prioritize writing space in my journals, but somewhere down the line I got rid of the writing space. Not rid of it totally, but I started getting rid of it because I know most of my customers prefer embellished, decorated journals. So I started moving away from what I like to more suit what my customers like. But I feel like I want more writing space. And it always feels better when you're making journals that feel true to you. And I feel like there are other people out there like me who want more writing space. Like, they still want the decorative pages, but they want a bit more of the writing space, more of that as a ratio, as opposed to like, you know, I can't even talk now. I've lost it. I need to stop filming. But yeah, more of a balance of writing papers as opposed to alternating one-on-one, if that makes any sense. So I have to be okay with this. And I used to always do this. I always used to do that. I always used to have 2-to-1, like as a general rule in my journals. But I've gotten away from that, and it's more like 1-to-1. And I would always be like, oh no, you can't have 2 blank pages together. Oh no. But I used to do that all the time, and I want to keep doing that, but I feel like it's now out of my comfort zone because I haven't done it for so long. This is a reminder, note to self, do more of this. I love this. When I come to use journals like this, I don't use them because I need 2 blank pages to be able to feel like I can put myself onto the page when I come to my journaling. But as a journal artist, and as a, you know, knowing my business, knowing that my customers, knowing what my customers like, what they prefer, I seem to have tailored my journal making style as a journal artist for that. But yeah, I don't know, I would really love to make them all my style, you know. Anyway, so that is what I've got. I will go and sew these, then I'll bind the journal, and then, yeah, I'm not going to add in pockets and things, I don't think. Just because I want to keep it more like a document journal And, you know, document journals, I don't feel like have sewing, stitching on the pages. I want to leave the pages as they are. And I don't want to cover up anything either. But I will add all the ephemera. I'm just going to paperclip it in. And that way it can be moved around and it's not like stuck on the page. And that lends itself more to the document journal type of theme. I feel like document journals, yeah, you want to paperclip rather than sew. Anyway, I love it. I love it. Look at that. Brilliant. I hope that was helpful, me chatting about my process and what goes through my head when I'm making a journal. I know some people request these types of videos where they just like seeing my process and how I make journals. And I want to try and give as much information as to what's going through my head, how I make my decisions. I don't know if that's like because it's interesting to you or because it's helpful for you, and thinking about making your own journals. But at the same time, I just want to emphasize, like, you don't need to follow how I do it or how anyone does it, because you'll naturally find the way that you do it. And just by keep doing it over and over again, eventually you'll find what you like and what you don't like. And you'll find your own method of making journals. And maybe it's different every time. I have a pretty set structure for my journals, and that just works for me. It might not work for you. So take anything that helps, leave the rest, find what works for you, and most of all, have fun making journals and have fun filling them up. Right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next video. Bye. A special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in the month of November. If you would like to become a patron and get access to my journal making series videos and other videos and printables and every single digital kit from my Etsy, you can click the Patreon link down below in the description box to join that. If you would like to become a YouTube member where you get access to extra videos and member requested videos right here on YouTube, not over on my Patreon website, then there is a join button you can click below this video but above the description box. And if you're looking for some journaling inspiration or something to kickstart your journaling, I also have a whole bunch of journaling courses, including the Intentional Life course, and that I run all year long for anyone who would like to join. So the information is down below for that in the description box as well. And those are all different ways that you can support what I do here over on YouTube and with Willowbound Journals.